Okay, okay. Hi, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Chadazi Madindu, and this is Choices with Chichi. I'm going to try to be serious today.
Amen.
When you see these people around me, God, you guys have to pray. Anyway, I'm always delighted to have you guys join me, and I'm triply, fourply, fiveply delighted.
The pleasure is ours.
I never even introduced you.
Okay, come here.
You say you should calm
I'm
down.
sure very happy because I'm not alone today. I have my newfound sisters. They're introducing themselves, and today we have something amazing to be gisting with you guys.
You bet.
We're going to be talking to you from our hearts and the shocks we have been going through in the last few
Yes.
seasons of our lives.
Right.
But before I go into details, Mama,
Yes.
Mama to my right, yeah, introduce yourself.
Okay. So, hi everyone. My name is Victoria Adelego. I'm
AKA Mommy D.
AKA Mommy D.
Ah.
I'm a graduate student at the University of Oregon, anthropology department. I've been in the US for
A long time.
a while now. Okay, fall of 2019. That's when I moved to the US for grad school. But prior to that,
She don't wait for you.
In and out.
I've been in and out. So yeah, it's been a while.
I'm just grateful that she can just switch from funny back to worry.
I've been out. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So she's not just a graduate student, she's doing her PhD, she's doing the final leg. So don't they look her like, small somebody. You get it. Anyway, Mama to my left.
Remove the mama first.
I should move the Mama.
This is Sissy.
Yeah,
Small baby girl.
Baby
It's
girl.
okay. Do not be angry.
lady.
Lady P.
Lady. No. April.
That's it. That's it.
April ko. August. ni.
That's my brand, oh.
I like introduce yourself.
Hi, good to be here. My name is Precious Adejumobi. April. The April is very important.
It's okay.
I'm a podcaster. That's why
Ooh.
April.
Mhm.
And I'm a graduate student as well. Department of Anthropology, University of Oregon. I'm like a junior, like junior. It's my first year. I've only been in the US for like 3 months now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really new, and trust me, like she said, they don't shock us.
They don't shock us. They don't shock us. She has a podcast, Thoughts by April,
Go check
a
it out.
YouTube channel that is upcoming.
That's why I'm
Look
here
out
to
for
come and
it.
do apprenticeship.
Walai, look out for it because we
Free
are
advert.
populating the media space with wholesome content, edifying content.
Absolutely.
Look out for Mamadi's YouTube video too that's coming.
Mhm.
I just need you guys to know I'm just surrounded by royalty.
Inspiration.
Yeah.
That good.
Wano, getting right into the matter.
Okay.
So today we're going to be talking about culture shock. We have undergone, underwent.
Undergoing.
We're still undergoing. We're going to talk to you about culture shock. Especially, coming from Nigeria and having been in the US for whatever period of time we have been here, varying degrees of time, but it shocked us all. So we're going to be sharing with you because I'm just hoping that at the end of this our video, somebody who has any aspiration of leaving the country, either to US, Canada, South Africa, wherever, is prepared, because I feel like also these are some of the things you should look out for in whatever environment you find yourself in.
Yeah.
I've been hearing culture shock, but I honestly do not know it was going to be as deep. And what you should know about culture shock too is that it varies from environment to environment. We're in Washington State.
Yeah.
Seattle to be precise.
But tell them that we came to do a full year.
It's a fun.
Exactly.
We came to do retreat, but I don't know if we are retreating because we've just been so unserious, but it's been an amazing time.
It has.
But we are based. You know how Nigerians say we are based.
Based.
You know,
Based me.
we are based. It's Oregon in US, in a small city called Eugene that we absolutely love. And so we're going to be bringing you a lot of our experiences from Eugene. The huge.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ready.
We're going to be bringing you experiences from Eugene, specifically our interaction with community there, and then of course the University of Oregon where we all study. I think for me, my first culture shock, and I'm sorry I'm going to just share this first, was that when I came, people were all also, courteous, smiley. Like you're going to just be passing someone on the road and they'll be like,
That's what I was going to talk about.
I just gonna be like,
do I know you?
Like, and then you not smiling like, my bestie. And the person will just pass and keep straight facing. And like, they do that. You just like, I thought we were sharing something.
You're not.
So number one, these people are very courteous, which is like excellent. I think it's just part of the training from the womb. They're courteous.
See from the womb.
No, from very early. They really thought, interpersonal relationship etiquettes, like, and gosh, they are really, really courteous. Everybody smiles at everybody. If you make eye contact with somebody, you really just smile. And I think it's something that's fantastic.
Actually.
But the culture shock there is don't let it get to you too personal. They're not your friends. It's your courtesy. So smile back and be going, but don't be having deep connection.
Like, don't smile from your heart.
Yes, just smile from your mouth. I actually think it's also weird because it just ends here. And especially if you're a new person there and you're looking to build like relationship, just looking out for people who would like you for who you are, it can be really frustrating because at some point, especially if people do it repeatedly, you're like, oh, maybe they like me, and you want to just become vulnerable and let your guards down. Don't be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to let your guards down. You need to study the terrain and find out if this is courtesy or this is actually a liking to your personality. I just thought to throw it out there before we start. Number two.
Okay, I was going to mention the smiling thing you covered. I think everybody experiences that.
Yes, at first.
So I think my second culture shock was the fact that everyone seemed to be asking me questions about how Africa is.
Yes.
So I remember going into the Uber one time and this man was asking me, what kind of cars do you drive in Nigeria? What type of roads do you have?
Whether they drive on top farm? Whether we do
on the mountains.
Are the roads tarred?
No.
Do you have roads like this? And for the life of me, I was like,
I'll never answer.
I thought Google headquarters is in this country. So, why?
Yeah.
So I think the culture shock I felt or I experienced that really made me shake or made me concerned, not even confused. The fact that they ask you so many questions that
they have access to ordinarily.
Yeah, that makes you wonder what are they doing with the internet they have access to. The same internet that back home we struggle to buy data.
I know.
But I know enough. I know more than. So I think for me that culture shock was just very like.
So I think
be asking me these things like, what do you mean by is where I'm coming from? Did I learn to speak English?
Yes.
Or do you fancy work on your street?
Yeah, like do I have what kind of cars do we drive in Nigeria? Or do we have traffic lights?
No.
I mean, even if the government, even if traffic light is not working, but that we shall have it.
I think the summary of what you're saying is they don't do as much research
as
into the world around them as we do about them. And it's in those silly questions that you actually know that, oh my God. I know I took Jaden for a medical appointment and then he and his dentist were having this very deep conversation and Jaden was just giving it back to him. By the way, my son's funny. It's me and him that came not like 2 days ago. But the boy is like going to the future. So he's just, going back and forth and they're like, where are you guys from? I like your accent. I'm like, oh, we're from Nigeria.
I can testify. The boy is speaking.
And they're like, he learned English so fast. I'm like, hey, God.
That's another one. Your English is so good.
Yes.
We speak English. This is oh my God.
So I have to start telling them, oh yeah, so English is the language of command. We are born into English. The English have colonized us. Nigeria is made up of over 500 kingdoms. It's difficult to pick one language, so English is our these are things you will think people know, but apparently they don't. So it just hits you. It hits you differently.
I'm next.
You're next.
People. Tattoos.
Ooh,
That's always my number one. Every time they've asked me, like,
culture
shock,
shock.
number one is always tattoos. Because in Nigeria, people have tattoos, of course, but like, it's not
a
that.
thing, yeah.
You know, people who even have tattoos may want to cover, they may want to, like, you know, there's always this stereotype, like, if you have a tattoo, you're one kind of person. Here,
If you don't get your problem,
that's church member, police, lecturer, student,
doctor,
security, doctor, everybody.
Yes,
Tattoo. Like, everywhere. Like, my first week, I was like, is it that people like watercolor? Like,
is it real?
What's really going on? Because I wasn't getting it. In class, my lecturer was like, this is supposed to be like, you know, lecturers in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Like,
yes,
serious. Like, Kitty, my lecturer had tattoos. I said, just face one side, don't talk, don't say. After a while, I could not hold it.
Yeah.
I had to ask in one of my classes, like, you guys, like, how many of you have tattoos?
They were like, everybody.
Like, okay, bye, I give up. Everybody. This is generalization. No, it's okay. This is generalization, but I dare to say that everybody here has a tattoo.
Some measure of tattoo, or it might be in degrees. And then there are things that I have learned over time to work on my facial expression, whether I approve or disapprove, or whether I find it funny. And I think it's something you want to, if you're listening to me, you want to get used to ahead of time. Like, try and work on your facial expression. Not every time. Or
stay like
yes, like no.
Oh my god.
Everybody.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So this is very random. This facial expression thing is serious. Now, you know, in Nigeria now, we're not akin to public display of affection.
Yes.
So I remember the
Yes.
first time I was walking on the street and I saw a couple kissing.
I
was walking with my Ross nylon bag, and I kept looking like to the point that they looked at me like,
Do you mind?
"Oh well."
Do you mind looking away?
Oh my god, the Nigerian in me seeing it for the first time was like, "No do titi." But you know, it's like everything we see in the movies.
Yeah, it's real.
It's
real.
Yeah.
It's real. I think for me, being a student, being a student at the University of Oregon has been a life transforming experience for me personally. And I honestly still believe that everybody should have some form of international travel at one point in time of their life or the other. Yeah. The exposure just opens your mind. You're no longer fixated on black or white as we think in Nigeria here. Where, in Nigeria, it's either good or bad. It's either just being in the same vicinity with people from other culture helps expands your mind, helps you build compassion in this society, and which is a very fantastic thing. They're very compassionate. They're very nice. Honestly, for real. Like, people want you to prosper. People will go out of their way to do things for you. I remember one time, I don't know how we had a mix-up with what came into our mailbox versus what we were supposed to pay for one service, and by the time we realized, it had started accruing charges. I remember calling this company, and we're like, we didn't get this information on time, you can't bill us. And they're like, okay, that's fine, we'll take it off your account, just pay the normal amount. In Nigeria, I beg, it's not my own, no, I beg, that's how we do it here. I don't want my guy to fire me.
Is it my fault?
Yes, you know, as in, people here are so kind. As in, for me, the illustrations of kindness are numerous.
Right.
When I came late, for instance. I came late to school because of the visa drama in Nigeria. My lecturers were trying really hard to see how they could help me catch up. In fact, quizzes that I had missed, they opened it up. They're like, no, it's okay, take it all, you can take it again. I'm like, hey, in Nigeria. Who born you? Is it my fault that you came late? Do I look like your father, you know, your mother? People want you here to succeed. It's, for me, I think that one blew my mind. Nobody wants you to fail.
Right.
Individuals, the institution, the country as a whole, like, everybody's rooting for you. I remember one of my lecturers, when I was having visa interview, I had written to him to say, oh, I'm sorry, I won't be I didn't know how the attendance was going in Nigeria.
Yeah.
If he marked you down for attendance, so I had to just write to him, like, I'm having visa issues. And, you know, he was so compassionate. He was like, oh, take your time. Just let me know how we can accommodate you. And I was like, okay, I'll need the link for the class. Do you know that when I came to class, for the first day. In the whole class, it was like, yay! I'm glad you made it. I was like, oh. In a class of 50 something people.
Wow.
And I was like the second black person. Well, just 2 black people in that class. So it was not difficult to pinpoint the girl from Nigeria. And he was like, hey, I'm glad you made it. And he was really clapping his hands like, woohoo. I was like, okay. So it's just this welcome you have. And I think that's extremely special about the people I have met. So I don't know the people you can meet, but generally I think Americans are amazing people.
Listening to what you said about how your professor was really kind to you, I think for me too, one of the educational culture shocks I got was how welcoming my professor was. My professor picked me up from the airport when he and his wife took me grocery shopping. They helped me settle in another professor's
Even me, I've not
house.
seen that one.
They helped me set up my apartment when I moved. They got me bedding, shopping, set me up, got me a bicycle, and things like that. So I was really comfortable. And it's alarming. It's shocking. Shocking is the word. Because in Nigeria, how dare you as a student watch your professor carry your bag for you?
I know.
But here, my professor was waiting for me right at as I was coming out of the plane. He was with my bag of my bag of beans, and he struggled to carry everything. I got an apartment on the 2nd floor. He carried everything upstairs, and I just had the baby recently, and also, professors are emailing me, hey, do you need help with baby things? And I don't see that happening in Nigeria. In fact, if a professor messages you, you will be praying. Hey, I hope I'm going to fail this class, and I'm giving bad like this, and I'm missing school, So the way they help here
is
like the gap between the let me say teachers, the professors, and the students is a very small gap, right? Even though it's a formal kind of relationship, but they want you to succeed. They will help you in a way that they can help, and they also expect you to like respond to their help.
Accept it.
Exactly, accept it. And if you don't even if you don't accept it, acknowledge it and decline politely. So I really like that about them, and it's a very wonderful shock that I experienced, and I'm still enjoying it.
I'm telling you, and it's something I'm hoping we can adopt back home.
I hope and pray.
Yeah, because honestly, I feel like professors, teachers, lecturers have a very strong impact in the lives of their students. Like you can shape a student's destiny. You have that level of influence. So why not be kind? I was telling them sometimes that I've heard stories in Nigeria where a lecturer will say, in this course, A is for me, B is for 2 people, F is for the rest of you, or a lecturer will look at you in the face and say, you will fail this course, and there's nothing you do. For me, it's I'm just hoping that this video goes viral and somebody is just touched. I believe in transformation that happens one mind at a time, and I'm hoping that one teacher, one lecturer, whether already is or aspiring to be, learns this and just decides to be a different person.
Right. Yeah. Since we're already talking about like teacher-student relationship, I should talk about the institution and like students generally. There are so many accommodations. I showed you a video that I made in my first week or first 2 weeks. I was shocked. Like people will send me email and say, "Oh,
she's a lecturer."
Don't say it like that.
She is a PhD student.
I'm just saying, graduate
assistant. So she teaches and she's still a student. So that they have background information.
Thank you.
As to why students are sending you emails.
Yeah, so like they send email and they're like, "Oh, I forgot about the assignment, and like, can I get an extension?" Or like, I went for a game and I forgot. Can I get? And I'm like,
"Oh, my parents
are you talking about?" Like where I come from, you forget about an assignment, you forget about this. Just forget it. But like, there's so many accommodations for mental health. Like if you're they want you to still be okay in class. They will give you extensions for your assignments. They will say, "Oh, okay, if everybody's getting 20 minutes for a test, you get 40." There's so many things that help people to succeed, regardless. In their educational what's the word?
Pursuit.
Yeah. So it's not just about, oh, you're in school and you're in school. The school cares about you just as much as your professors like care about you. And there are so many provisions, you know. There's so many things. Mental health. I think they have counseling and all those therapy stuff.
A lot.
There's so many resources. So yeah. I think the welfareism is just like a general thing.
That is even another point in itself.
Yeah.
The welfareism is really on point because as we're just talking about it, I remember that during the orientation from my lecturers, like when we came at first, they would tell us, oh, if you can't pay rent, you let us know. If you don't have food to eat, you let us know. If you can't even afford, you know, transportation or anything, let us know. And if you don't use the money is there. Or like nobody will. I'm like, hey. So and then there's food pantry.
Oh my God, the
Student food pantry. And you're gonna be packing. And these people are so trusting. Nobody's there to say, open your hello. Open your Ghana must go. Like,
and there's no I got here first. This one's for me. Oh, everything's orderly.
Organized.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, yeah. The first I ever went to food pantry, I was so careful. I was not saying before they will take and they will check my bag. They don't even have time to be checking you. In fact, now you go run because you will see food tired.
Now you go tired.
You'll be tired. Anyway, so we're ending this video here so that it's not too long, but it's going to be a 2-part video. So sit back and wait for part 2. Bye.
Hi.